Yes, hello everyone. I mean, usually I don't show my face when I doing a podcast episode, but I was like, let's try to do it for one time to see if I think I should do it more. Yes, my pretty little face. Yes, and I think I've lost some weight because, I'm going to the gym like 3 to 4 times a week. I did a spinning class today and I love spinning. I don't know, not spinning. I mean, I gotta say, I don't know what happened because usually I was like, going to the gym is so boring, yada yada, but I actually enjoy it. I actually go into the gym, setting myself on a bicycle and pump the volume and the resistance on the bicycle and have the app on the phone to show how I'm doing, and then just going along with the music, and then afterwards be like, yes. Anyway, I'm gonna say I think I've lost something. I think I have, maybe a little. But anyway, welcome back to the podcast, because I can remove these. Anyway, because we have a lot to talk about again still, and it is still about Israel. But anyway, I'm gonna say we have some updates about Melfest. I'm gonna have this in the background. But anywho, we have updates about Melodifestivalen, because apparently just recently we have a fourth contender revealed, because we know so far that the former Fröken Snusk, but I think she will go by her name Felicia, will be in Melfest next year. And then we know Gressula, who came very high. I think he finished third in Melfest this year, but it feels like you only remember the top two, Kai and Måns. But Gressula is back, and then Medina is also back, and I'm gonna say, if Medina has the correct song, I think Medina should go to Eurovision. I want them to go to Eurovision because Medina deserves it. Because Medina has, I think, not one. I mean, Quesera in 2024. I think that would be. I think yes, that would have been such a strong song to send for Eurovision for us. And I think when I was watching it, I think it was it the year? Yeah, I think it was in 2024, because I went to Stockholm and then I was like, Medina, they need to place Medina at the closing. If Medina stands in the finals again, they need to close the show. But because I think it was in 2024 when I was watching the live Melodifestivalen finals live, that I was like, after Medina have done their song, I think they were 9 in the running order, I forgot that we have 3 songs left, because they felt like, yes, this is the end. But anyway, Medina is back, and I'm gonna say, if they have the correct song, I predict them actually winning Melfest, because I think they should. I think they should go to Eurovision, because with Kai singing something in Swedish, giving something like Medina in Eurovision for Sweden, yes. Anyway, we have someone called Junior Lerin who's competing in Melodifestivalen. He has apparently, yes, this is someone who has been I think on Let's Dance in Sweden. So, according to Aftonbladet, Lars Lerins husband, Junior Marquis Lerin, is competing in Melodifestivalen 2026. This is a report to Expressen. Will we see something Brazilian in Melodifestivalen next year? Yes, the chances are big. Next year, Manuel Junior Marquis Lerin is competing. This is Lars Lerin's husband, who has previously danced in Let's Dance, Sweden Strictly Come Dancing, and now he will try to sing on the best airwave times. Junior Marquis Lerin has often been on TV programs with his husband, the artist Lars Lerin. Why do I think I know this person? But anyway, and then also according to Expressen, Felicia, aka the former Fröken Snusk, and Gressula has been revealed they are going to compete, and also Medina. So yeah, I'm gonna say. And then we also know that Gina Dirawi and Hampus Nessvold is gonna be the host, and I think Gina Dirawi as a host will be perfect, because Gina Dirawi has hosted before. Is it 2 times she has done it? She did it with Danny Saucedo, I think 2013, and then with Sarah Dawn Finer and Helena Bergström in 2014. So she can do it, and she has that sense of humor that works. I think Gina Dirawi became a household name with Melfest, and I'm gonna say I enjoy Gina Dirawi on TV. So great pick as a host. But anyway, so we have we have 4 acts ready, but we have to wait to see for Eurovision how it ends and turns out, because it is chaos. Anyway, let's see, what else can we talk about today? Let's see here, what do we have? Yes, and then I'm gonna say we also have to congratulate Clara Hammerström, like I said on my TikToks and YouTube shorts, that she won the OGAE Second Song Contest 2025, and according to Eurovision Fun, and yes, like I said, this is our 19th time winning this. So let's see here, the OGE returned for its 39 edition, so we have won almost half. We have won almost half all the editions. Let's see, with the list reveal, participating list is mid-July. 25 countries participated this year alongside the participation of OGAE Rest of the World. OGE Italy hosted the contest this year, and in Florence, with Annalisa triumphed last year with her multi-platinum Sinceramente, the song I Love That Song, while the result was shaping as follows. And Clara Hammerström won with a very big lead, 348 points, before Georgia from Italy with 258, and then Finland's Goldilocks made of 239. Damn, I wish Goldilocks had won this. But let's see here, what do we have here? We have from Albania, Elvata Agiata Carnival, 212. Malta, Christi Spiriti with Heaven Sent. This is some just great songs when I'm reading them. Let's see, who do we have here? 2012, let's see, from Spain, Jay Kibelo with VIP, 183. From Norway, Natalie in the Game. I don't recall that song, because for me, in Norway's national selection this year, it was only one song that was great, and that was the winner. Belgium, Mentista, Désolé in 93, that was low. Poland, Svedra Niskos with Lusterka with 82. Josh Tristessa, 75. Weird pick. Anyway, Croatia's Lelek, The Soul of My Soul, 69. Wow, I thought that song was gonna do better. I did not know. I have forgot all about who was competing in this one. Let's see. Ukraine, Melody, My Sea, 63. Denmark, Adele the Second, The Unluckiest Boy Alive, 45. Germany, Moskena, Nothing Can Stop Love, 43. Greece, Barb Sirens, 38. I'm shocked that Evangelia from Greece was not in this OGA contest. Serbia, Harm Girls, Aladdin. Oh, Harm Girls, yes. OGAE, The Rest of the World, Besa Tiki. Is that the singer from Albania? Besa, people love her. Estonia, Ann Merlem Kulm, 18 points. Ooh. Lithuania, Leon Cheka with Dorobe, 10 points. Luxembourg, Lusak Jestans, 9 points. Slovenia, Julie Jones, My New Religion, 8 points. Ouch. Armenia, Simon I Parapay by 6 points. Latvia, Emilia Heartbeat, and both Iceland, Stebijak Set Me Free, and Ireland, NYL Growth, 0 points. Well, why didn't you pick who did the Storm Chase song from Iceland? Oh, I love her. I forgot, but I mean, like I said, when I'm done with the Eurovision season, I was like, we can move on. We don't need to talk about this anymore. But anyway, what was her name again from Iceland, who World of Sean wrote the song for? Yes, girl, you won. It was so amazing. Yeah, but anyway, that's the result. And we have also, apparently, according to Eurovision Fund, 80 songs that have been submitted for Vienna calling their Singt für Österreich. So 80 songs, that is a lot of songs for the host country. But let's talk Eurovision still. We have to talk about Iceland, because Iceland and Norway, Iceland and the Netherlands, I was like, because I have some opinions about the Netherlands, but that's me. Let's see here. Iceland song Vakke Pinin 2026 submission window pushed back. Iceland has decided to hit pause on its 2026 selection process. Broadcaster RÚV confirmed that the deadline for the submission entries to the national selection of Iceland has been extended, with a new date to be announced later. The reason is simple. Everything now hinges on the European Broadcast Union up-and-coming vote on Israel's participation, expected in early November. Yes, we are all waiting. Rather than locking artists into a decision before the situation is clear, RÚV is waiting for the outcome of that vote before closing its own submission period. I don't get it why, because you can still. I think you should do it like you have done the previous years for Iceland, because Iceland has done this like 2 years in a row now, that the winner can decide if they want to go, and if all the winners in the national selection of Iceland says no, Iceland's out. But this, okay, it's a move that reflects the current uncertainty surrounding next year's contest in Vienna, as more and more broadcast debate stands. For Iceland, this means that the artists want to try the luck in this national selection, I cannot even pronounce the name, will have a little more time than the chance to consider the wider picture before committing. The national finals remains one of the country's most most watched shows of the year, having given Eurovision some of the most memorable recent entries. Think About Things and Hatari Musegra from 2019 is so iconic. It is clear now that the national selection will go ahead, but the exact submission timeline will only be revealed once the EBU's decision is out. Until then, Iceland keeps the door open, watching and waiting. I can still say that I think they are doing a little bit of a mistake here, because to me, they can still go on with the national selection and then crown a winner in the end. They can still have the national selection, but you don't go to Eurovision, you just win the national selection, and then you get your prize, and then you get a trophy. I gotta say, that is one thing from Intervision Song Contest that Eurovision can bring into that cash. I think for Eurovision, sure, the exposure, the legendary status you get from if you're doing well. Just look at Baby Lasagna, Kere, Josh Klein, Loreen. Some of the acts has become icons because of Eurovision. Tommy Cash is the recent one, because to me, yes, Estonia could have won Eurovision if you ask me, but this, I think when national selection is doing this, that they're waiting for this, because to me, if I was the director behind the national selection, I would rather them do like, we continue on as normal, but then we know, then we know with the decision in a month, because it is a month left, then we know the answer on the vote. But then we're gonna say, yes, the winner will go to Eurovision, or yes, we will have a winner who is not going to Eurovision. So this whole song submission timeline extension back and forward, it just makes me confused. So yeah, Iceland, you do what you do. But anyway, let's talk Spain. I screenshot this because this was an article. I translated to Swedish, so bear with me because I need to read and translate at the same time. Yes, and I read somewhere on the comment section that people think I have a broken English. People don't think I should do this, but I'm gonna say, I think I need something to drink soon. I've talked a lot, but I'm gonna say, I think people need to know that I'm dyslexic. Yes, so my dyslexic is on my voice, on my speaking. So sometimes when I'm doing shorts or TikTok, I can do 10 retakes before I figure out how to say a sentence. This is just all not planned. Nothing's planned here. But yes, I'm dyslexic. I think the only one who has not dyslexia in my family is my mother, and my sister is the only one who has not glasses. Yes, so my dad, my brother, and my sister has it, and me. I have learning and reading difficulties, and I have had severe problems talking when I was younger. I describe my speaking like you put words in a bag, you just shake it and then boom, that's the sentence. So this is a little bit backstory about me. Like when I was younger, I think I was like 10 or something, my mother said that I got frustrated because no one understood what I was saying except the teacher who tried to help me talk. So yes, and then doing English on top of that, it is sometimes difficult. So yes, I am dyslexic. It affects my speaking, but I'm pushing through. You should have heard how I sounded 10 years ago when I started doing this. It was a mess. But anyway, I think I'm doing much better now. I'm 36 and I'm gonna say I have dyslexia, and that is okay. Oof, and my nephews and nieces has it also. It is a mess. But anyway, I screenshotted this. According to I think this is a blogger. Yeah, Espanol Blooper. César Vallejo, is that how you say it? The director, like Christer Björkman for Benidorm's national selection. Yes, we're gonna talk Spain. Is revealing new details, and he's saying that Spain is on a good way to win Eurovision 2026, while threatening to withdraw. While we are waiting on to know if Spain is going to compete in the 70th anniversary of the Eurovision Song Contest song, the director from Benidorm's national selection is giving us some updates. Let's see here. While Vallejo is very clear that he wants the Eurovision Song Contest to be held in Spain, we want to win Eurovision. We are on the right way and ready to win, he says to Congress in a press release. I think Spain has not won since '69. When did Spain win Eurovision? Isn't that like '69? They have won one. They have won once. Or have they won twice? I think they won twice, but they have not won since like the 60s. Okay. The head of the Spanish delegation for Eurovision has been very clear that he wants to move the deadline for Benidorm's national selection to next year. My view on this is to move the deadline for Benidorm's national selection forward, and that that the process period to handing the songs should be from March to June. This doesn't make any sense, but okay. Vallejo is also saying that the candidates will be revealed within the next 2 coming weeks, and that their teams will be officially presented on December 18. And on the other side, the nominees from the bronze microphone will be acknowledged before we know if Spain is going to be in the 70th anniversary of Eurovision Song Contest. The song's going to be revealed on December 18, and until then we're going to know if Spain is going to compete in Vienna or just have the national selection of Benidorm Festival. Just a simple national selection. And let's see here. And this year, not only the songs and the singers are going to be presented, but the stage production for each each song will be ready in December. Let's see here. My mission is to make sure that Benidorm National Selection and Eurovision Song Contest is a safe space for all our artists. Vallejo explained it. Yes, and Vallejo from the Benidorm Festival also pointed out the high quality of engagement, and quality is just not his fault. It's rather a team of that is very satisfied with new challenges. Even though I would not be there, we have shown very... I don't understand something. Okay, something. Yes, it was some, and also behind the news is that a fifth. There will be there will be new rehearsals. There will be rehearsals with audience. The more capacity should be bigger. He knows that he knows the public's commentaries. Harsher criticism is welcome, and much can be improved because of that. But if we begin to Okay, I need to read this before I translate this, but something about he welcomes criticism from the audience, but sometimes the audience criticism is not that well. It's a little bit So they're gonna have a rehearsal like we have in Melfest, that we have the pre-show before the live show. I think we have the family show, the pre-show, and the live shows. We have 3. Yes, we have the rehearsals, jury show, and the live shows, like Eurovision. And then also Vallejo is saying that the biggest challenge is to get the big names to want to go to Eurovision again. That record labels are showing interest, but Benidorm is still struggling to get the big names to go to Eurovision. And that is very likely, but it will not be the deciding factor. So, okay. Yes, so I'm gonna say, sure, Spain is ready to win Eurovision, but we have to see if they're gonna withdraw, because it will be very cool for Spain to win the 70th anniversary of Eurovision. They have not won. Wait, when did Spain win? When did Spain win Eurovision? Let's see here. When did Spain Eurovision win here? Yeah, Spain have won twice. They won in 68 with Marcel's La 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 La, and then they have the 4-tie victory with France, the Netherlands, and Spain in the United Kingdom in 69. So they have not won since 69. So I'm not shocked that Spain wants to win again. So I understand. Moving on. Yes, I'm gonna say just a small news that we know that the singer Celia Capsis, who represented Cyprus, she's gonna do movies, and I reported that on my shorts video, I think it was weeks ago, and someone asked what movie is it, and I actually googled that. Celia Capsis has gotten a part in the up-and-coming K-pop movie from Paramount and HYBE America, and is set to be released on February 12, 2027. The movie is about a Korean American teenager who is auditioning for a K-pop girl group, and Celia has had parts in other music videos, and is this about the character or about her? Yeah, Celia has done several other acts in music videos, and I think she has been in a TV show, but this is her big first major movie role. So about a Korean pop star singer song. Yes, and the movie is going to be premiered on February 12, 2027. If I remember that, maybe I can do a live stream watching that movie. Anyway, moving on. Like I said, this is my podcast. I have not figured it out in total. I know this is episode 15, so I should have everything together. But we also have to talk about the fact that we have talked about Iceland, we have talked about Spain. Let's talk the Netherlands. I don't know that much about Slovenia. Slovenia has made it very clear that Slovenia is saying that if Israel is out, they are in. But if it is the reverse, Slovenia is out and Israel's in. So they are very clear. But the Netherlands is very interesting because, yes, I have a comment on the Eurovision pages about this. So I was like, so it was never about Gaza. It was the fact that they wanted Israel out of the competition, because that is what I said. Well, I take it as, because if you still are not going to Eurovision, even if you have a ceasefire, and yes, I will talk about the ceasefire deal in a minute. But even if we have a ceasefire deal and the conflict ends tomorrow, they are not going. And I was like, so this was not, oh yeah, about that. Yes, I saw that about Iceland as well, because yes, 2 months after the October 7th attack in 2023, Iceland demanded Israel to be out of the competition, even back then. But they still went, of course. Here Björk went to Eurovision 2024, so sometimes I'll be like, Iceland, less talking. But anyway, according to Eurovision Fund, again, that is a great page. The Dutch public broadcaster Avrotros has confirmed that the Netherlands will withdraw from Eurovision 2026 if Israel is allowed to participate, regardless of a development of the war front in Gaza Strip. A spokesperson for the broadcaster emphasized that the Netherlands' consistent positioning, highlighting its zero-tolerance policy towards human rights violation. Here's the thing. The more and more you take a deep dive behind the media's page about this conflict, the more and more lies I found. So that is why I feel it's so weird to talk about this conflict, because you have the half of the Eurovision community that's screaming is that free Palestine, Israel out of the competition. But then when you take a deep dive behind the corporate media, I don't watch TV and read the magazines anymore. I look independent media, because that is what I feel like I can find the big real news, because corporate media and TikTok, they can lean towards one or the other way. So be like, I need to find my perspective about this one. Anyway, they also confirmed that decision regarding Eurovision participation is made carefully and deliberately, also pointing to concerns about Israeli government interference in the previous edition of the contest. A potential ceasefire is not expected to alter the broadcaster stance. In an event of withdrawal from the competition, the spokesperson stated that the participation will be resistant in the coming years depending on the prevailing circumstances at the time. Okay. The Netherlands becomes one of the 4 countries alongside Spain, Ireland, and Slovenia. We know, I think it's 6 instead, to have issued warning of potential withdrawal from the contest should Israel be allowed to participate. The thing is that if the conflict ends and everything is settled and everything is fine, then Israel should be allowed to be back in the competition, because that is the thing. I don't think many people realize. Wait, what was that? I googled that. Because sometimes when I'm looking at how people view this, I was like, yeah, you know, there was Eurovision countries in the Iraq War as well, 20 years ago. And I think if you go back, yeah, one of the countries was the United Kingdom and Australia and Poland. And you know how long that war was? 8 years. So spare me with, I think the last withdrawal was 2011. So the whole war was in 8 years. I don't know how long the United Kingdom, Poland, and Australia was in the war. But that is the thing. We have had other conflicts going on in my lifetime watching Eurovision, but no country has been punished. I mean, Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict, nothing. Like I said, the Iraq war with United Kingdom, Poland, and Australia, nothing. They are welcoming, celebrated, and yada yada. Israel has one conflict, and then should be kicked out of the competition. Make it make sense. But anyway, the Dutch position remains resolute, even if the situation in Gaza leads to a truce between the warring parties. Official statements from the other countries are still pending. Meanwhile, the Dutch broadcaster is continuing its internal process for selecting the Eurovision representative, pending the final decision of the General Assembly regarding Israel's participation, which is expected in early November. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna say yes, regardless of the fact that the Netherlands will compete in this whole thing, because I think in the end those pro-Palestinian people in the Eurovision community needs to put pressure, because there was a ceasefire deal up here. Let's see if I can find that post I saved, because I watched it recently. Because I think this whole Eurovision community has become a chaos vibe, and yeah, and that's the thing. When you read articles about that Hamas is stealing the aid, you see videos about people looking normal and celebrating life in Gaza while it's a genocide. Yeah, you get to be like, how much of this is a fabricated story? Yes, because I can take it as it is right now before I talk about the ceasefire deal, 220 points, and then my perspective of this is, yes, you can take this for whatever it is. This is my point. I have said it to people and they'll be like, you have a point. I think when I'm a deep diver into politics, I have been that for years, and I'm gonna say I think this was an orchestrated attack from everyone in the Middle East, and Hamas and Gaza was the sacrificable lamb, you know, the one you be like, you sacrificed that. So I think this was an orchestrated attack from Hamas against Israel on October 7, as we watched on TV. I remember that. But then you'd be like, yeah, but Israel is one of the top 10 biggest armies in the world, of course sponsored by the US, hey, but I think their whole mission about this was the fact to turn everyone in the world against Israel, because we have seen it with what happened in Manchester. We see people be thrown out of restaurants. In Spain, I see people in Stockholm standing outside the Jewish school with billboards that screams Free Palestine. I think this was an orchestrated attack to turn the whole world against Israel. So when the time is correct, the whole Middle East will wipe Israel off the face of the earth, and everyone will be clapping like trained seals and be like, yay! That is what I think this whole thing is, because when you deep dive into documentary about the Middle East, it all makes sense, because the whole Middle East is like a chessboard. Israel is like the white color, and the whole Middle East around it is the black color that wants to wipe out the white color. Anyway, that is my perspective about this whole thing, but you can take it as what it is. I'd be like, yes, talking ceasefire plans and all of that, because this is just me watching also. The singer Robbie Williams cancelled Istanbul concert after accusation of Zionism. I was like, so he cannot even perform normal? Robbie Williams has cancelled his October 7th concert in Istanbul after heavy social media backlash accusing him of being Zionist. Organizations cited public pressure and potential security concerns as the reason for pulling the event. Criticism focused on Williams' Jewish family ties. His wife is Jewish, his children are being raised Jewish. He has previously spoken honoring Jewish family tradition. In the past concert in Tel Aviv, Williams has expressed gratitude to the Jewish people. So he had to cancel a concert in Turkey because of backlash. Because he's celebrating the fact that half his family is Jewish. Make it make sense, people. Those pro-Palestinian people out there, they are crazy. I get it, but they are crazy. We can take that away. Yes, this was the whole thing, because there was a 20-point ceasefire plan made, and apparently you can find it on someone here. The 7 points Hamas accepted only demands that strengthen Palestine without Hamas consensus. They agree with the ceasefire, hostage return, prisoner exchange, Israeli withdrawal, humanitarian aid, non-annexation, and no expulsion. I don't know. That was the 7 point, the 7th thing they agree on. The 13th point they rejected. All measures for security and accountability and governance. So Hamas and this is for pro-Palestinian people out there. This is what Hamas rejected. Terror-free zone, international stabilization force, no Hamas role, international oversight, economic vision, dialogue mechanism, fallback plan, demilitarization, border control, technocratic governance, redevelopment, political horizon what was the last one? Interfaith reform. Yeah. So those pro-Palestinian people in the comment section who watched this, yeah, I just read what Hamas rejected. They don't want peace at all. So if Israel makes their part, I know this video is long, sorry, but if Israel makes their part of the deal and they get the hostage back, they withdraw the bombing, they withdraw, because I know people saying that they are still continuing bombing. I was like, yeah, the ceasefire plan was like 2 days ago. Don't expect much to just 2 days in. But if Israel get the hostage back, they withdraw from the attacks, bombing, all of that, and leave Gaza alone, then Israel should be in the competition. Then be like, yeah, Israel is set to go to Eurovision. So for me, if this conflict ends with before November and Israel has made their deal, they can show that they follow Eurovision rules. Khan can follow Eurovision rules, and the ceasefire deal is set. Israel has withdrawn from Palestinian Gaza. Then it's very interesting to see how the other countries are going to vote, if they're still going to withdraw. Because if Israel has made their deal, what are your reasons to withdraw? But anyway, I think that's enough for this little podcast episode. This was 35, almost 36 minutes long. Like I said, this Eurovision season is just beginning. We are on October 5th. It is crazy. But tell me, do you want to have me see me like this more, or should I just have the photo? But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. I love you for watching. And I want to say, I would love to reach 20,000 followers before the end of the year. I'm so close to 19. Reaching 20,000 followers before the New Year's will be a dream. But anyway, thank you for watching and love you. Mwah.